Zechariah chapter 13 is where we are. Zechariah 13. So we've been in a series on prophecy. And I got to tell you, since was it Vicky or Susan? It was you that said last week to me, I think you were in the wrong chapter. Was that you, or was it John? Thank you, John. So I went home and I was like, oh, I got to tell him a story. So in my Bible, the 13 and 14 are on exactly the same place on the sides of the page, right? You were not going to believe this, but about 15 years ago, I did the exact same thing preaching to 800 people. I was preaching through, and I forget which book of the Bible it was, but our church was packed that day in Arizona, and it's the exact same thing. And what I do in my study, just so you kind of get a feel for it, is the week of, I study a lot, but I'm always reading ahead. So when I'm giving you the context and things like that, I'm reading ahead, but I'm not really study. I'm reading ahead. But that week that I'm going to do like Zechariah 12, or today it's going to be Ephesians 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning service. So I'm reading ahead, and so it's in my head. And so when I was teaching, I started off. So you know how I do the introduction for the sermon, and I start doing the introduction for the sermon, and I'm preaching, and I'm just introducing the chapter, and I'm just going to town, and my slide goes up, and it's, the slide is there, and it's that first slide where, like, in the case, it's the church logo or something like that, and I'm just introducing it. And I'm watching people, and I'm seeing, there's just these